Here are my thoughts on Curtis Samuel signing with the Buffalo Bills. I like this move for one main reason. The Bills do not have to hope that Curtis Samuel becomes a completely different player or improves drastically to get what they need out of him. This is a 50 to 60 to 70 catch wide receiver that's going to average around 11 or 12 yards per catch, but does have 4.31 speed. And if that's what they get from Curtis Samuel as a number 3 or maybe even number 4 option, that's going to be a big benefit to this offense. He can be that specialist running jet sweeps, getting the ball on bubble screens. And we know that Joe Brady wants to have the high percentage wide receiver screen as, I don't want to say a focal point of the offense, but certainly a feature of the offense. Stephon Diggs does not like catching the ball on those wide receiver screens at this point in his career. And the Bills really lacked that specialist in that role in 2023. So that's where Samuel thrives. Thrived there at Ohio State and early in his career in Carolina when Joe Brady was there, especially in 2020, when Samuel set career highs with 77 catches and went over 800 yards receiving. I like the fact, too, though, that there is some untapped potential with Samuel. He's not yet 28 years old. I remember him in that 2017 draft. He was one of the youngest players in that draft class. And because of that 4.31 speed, he has the ability to hit plays over the top. In each of the last 2 years, had 5 catches of 20 or more yards. And then in that 2020 season, he had 10 catches of 20 or more yards air yard wise. So Curtis Samuel can maybe bring the Bills some more explosive plays, which is something that Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane and Josh Allen have all talked about this offseason, and was a glaring disparity in that playoff loss to the Kansas City Chiefs that the Bills did not have any explosive plays in that game. $15 million fully guaranteed is the 33rd highest among all wide receivers and $9 million less than what Gabe Davis signed in Jacksonville with the Jaguars. It seems like the Bills are splurging here because they don't have a lot of money, but clearly they can finagle their way to this deal. There's probably not a bunch guaranteed well into the future, but the Bills get someone that is a familiar face to the offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, and of course GM Brandon Beane, who was the assistant GM in Carolina when Curtis Samuel was picked at number 40 overall in that 2017 draft. I like this move because the Bills don't have to hope for anything new or special from Curtis Samuel. If he gives them 60 catches for 700 yards and 3 touchdowns, sprinkles in 20 or 30 runs on jet sweeps, even designed runs out of the backfield where he can really be utilized in space, he will give the Bills all that they're asking for by giving him $15 million fully guaranteed at signing. Oh, and by the way, they absolutely can still pick a wide receiver in the first round.